All right, Sheriff, I guess we could just go ahead and start with where we are with the search now.
I'm Rick Staley, Sheriff of Flagler County. So about 11 p.m. last night, FAA notified us that a plane had disappeared from radar. Shortly thereafter, we started receiving calls from our community indicating a plane had crashed in the marsh area behind the Whitney Lab. We immediately had our Fireflight helicopter respond along with our patrol deputies. We called out various search and rescue team members, airboats to additional aircraft to flatboats, and so far we have recovered some pieces of a plane, but nothing with any identifying marks. We have not located a crash site. We have not located the fuselage, so we are still in a search and rescue mode. We are being supported by Customs and Border Patrol has had their airboats out. Volusia County Sheriff's Office has assisted with airboats. Helicopters have come from the U.S. Coast Guard, our aircraft, and DEA out there. So we have a massive search and rescue operation going on.
How large is this area that you're searching?
It's fairly large, and the problem is that the water tide is out, so it's very difficult to get into, which is why we're having to use airboats. It's only about 6 inches of water right now, but it's a marsh area, and in 2014, we had an aircraft go down in a similar area, just closer to US 1, and the muck that it crashed into just kind of sucked the plane in. So it's very possible that we have been over the crash site, and you just can't see it because it's it's tall weeds, if you will, marshland, or it could be under the grass in the marsh.
Is it confirmed that there were 2 people aboard, sir?
The FAA indicated to us that there were 2 people on board. However, through our investigation, there is a possibility there's a 3rd person on board. If it is the aircraft that we have indications it might be. But until we can confirm the aircraft, it's probably 2 to 3 people is the information that we have.
Can you say are these 2 men, 2 women?
I don't have the information on that.
When you talk about the fuselage, what is how would that help identify? What is it on the fuselage?
Well, the fuselage tends to have a number on the side of the plane that would identify the aircraft, and the pieces of metal that we have recovered do not have any identifier at this point. So we can't confirm it's the aircraft that we believe it could be.
Can you describe, you mentioned metal, but can you describe those pieces of debris? What are they?
Well, I'm not an aircraft person, but I would speculate that it is a piece of a tail wing, is what it looked like to me.
What did witnesses describe hearing in the overnight hours?
Well, we've had a couple people call in and indicate that they heard a plane sputtering, and then it spiraled down. Is probably the best description that we have at this point, which is exactly what happened in the previous crash a couple of years ago, and that was a very difficult search and rescue operation. Unfortunately, in that case, it was not. It ended up being a recovery operation that lasted for about a week.
How many calls did you get about this?
I'll have to get you that information. I don't know the answer.
So I know that you guys are still regarding it as a search and rescue mission, but it's been close to 12 hours now. Is time, a consideration as you guys are making that choice?
Well, we're not going to give up until we have located the rest of the aircraft and see if we can help anybody that's in there. Obviously as time goes on, it's looking dimmer for survivors, but we're not going to give up hope. The family that they believe it's their aircraft is aware of what we're doing, and we're going to do everything we can to bring back closure to whoever it is, aircraft.
So you guys do think you know who it is based on what aircraft it was that went missing?
If we are correct on the aircraft, we have some good indications on who it is. But until we can recover the tail number on it and either find the people alive and get them to help, or other, it'd be speculation if I were to say for sure this is who it is.
Was that family in Brunswick?
No.
Can you confirm if this aircraft was based out of the flight school at Ormond Beach?
I cannot confirm that. The investigation is still going on. We do believe the aircraft is out of the Ormond Beach area and was returning from Brunswick.
Given that you guys think you know who it is and the family is aware, are you guys aware of what kind of a flight it was? Was it a training mission? Was it a transport?
We have some basic information on that, but I'm not prepared to release that yet because of the investigation.
Do you know if it was coming from the St. Simons Airport, Georgia?
I do not. All that FAA told us it was coming out of Brunswick.
Any Mayday calls on the radio that you're aware of?
Not that we are aware of. Our part in this whole investigation is search and rescue, maybe search and recovery, and then we turn it over to the NTSB. So they're the ones that will conduct the actual crash investigation.
Are they on their way?
They have been notified. Generally, our experience with NTSB, they don't respond until you have more information, or in this case, the fuselage. And, right now, what we have is a few pieces of debris, and that's it. Okay. So as soon as we have more information, Chief Strobridge will reach out to you, and we will update you again. So it's just going to be a long day, I suspect. We were hoping that when daylight came, it would be a little quicker and easier, but it's a very difficult terrain to search, and it's just going to take a lot of time. Okay, thank you.